Hey, what's up, everybody? We got another Marvel Rivals situation, so let's get right into the video.
Over the last 24 hours, there's been a lot of talk regarding layoffs that occurred with a Marvel
I heard
Rivals
about
team,
this shit.
that specifically being the Seattle branch, with headlines such as Polygon writing, "This is such a weird
Not
industry.
Polygon,
Marvel
bro.
Rivals lays off NA-based team amid explosive success. The biggest game this year isn't immune to layoffs." Now, before we delve further into this news,
Bro, you know they salty because of Concord and like freaking what was the other one that they were salty about? Assassin's Creed Shadows. I feel like I'm missing one more, but like, geez, bro, like they gotta stop with this, man. Like it is getting ridiculous. Oh yeah, Avowed or whatever. That was another one. Like Jesus, man.
and NetEase's response to clarify some very important things that aren't being mentioned by a lot of Western outlets. It's important to take note of how disingenuous Western gaming journalists tend to be.
Yep.
And as an example of
I
that,
don't know if you guys saw this, but there's literally a video on them, like one of the IGN guys, by guys I mean people, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, literally admitting that they give scores based on their preferences of like like basically like inclusiveness and all that stuff, right?
we can take a look at the Firewalk
That's
Studios
crazy.
situation, that being the devs behind Concord. You may recall during
Maybe
that
we'll make a
situation
video on
that
it.
when the Concord devs were being laid off, a lot of these gaming journalists and modern audience types were trying to drum up sympathy for these individuals, essentially trying to guilt trip gamers for not supporting Concord.
Well, it happened with a lot of the other, like I think BioWare, like isn't BioWare closing a studio down? I know Microsoft closed a few studios down too because of this kind of stuff.
Acting like it was all
So
of
does
our
Sony,
duty
too.
to buy games like
Well, that's
Concord, so
Concord.
these sort of devs don't lose their jobs. That's just one example, but we've seen similar sentiment reflected again and again, where a AAA game marketed towards the modern audience types flops, and then the modern audience and their gaming journalist buddies try to guilt trip gamers for not supporting the game. Why didn't you buy this game? You know how it goes. And so coming
game
back
is
to the present
dog
time,
water,
given
bro.
this news with Marvel Rivals, a lot of these individuals are now trying to use this
Dr.
situation
Strange
to
ult, though.
bolster their arguments, essentially saying things like, "See, the industry is such a mess that even layoffs occur at Marvel Rivals. All these devs need to be supported more." And once again, these are the sort of people that will be first in line to defend games like Veilguard and Concord, etc., etc. So they're essentially conflating things together and also blowing things out of proportion.
You know what's funny? I don't even think it was the devs for Marvel Rivals. From what I heard, it was actually part of the publisher team, like NetEase, which that could be anything because NetEase has their hands in a million things. Like it could have nothing to do with Marvel Rivals. By
Trying
the
to
way,
act like these layoffs have been a
also, even if they were layoffs for Marvel Rivals, maybe they just have too big of a team and they realized, hey, we don't need that many people. Like that just happens at work jobs. It's not just like a dev thing, you know what I mean? Like it happens at any job.
massive blow to the Marvel Rivals team. I'm even saying that it was like a core team that got laid off, but in reality, this team mostly focused on research and development, and it's a team of 6 people. Or I suppose I should say it was a team of 6 people over in Seattle. Now, of course, you're welcome to feel any sort of way
That's
you want
crazy.
about that. I'm just clarifying some of the misinformation that's been spread about this stuff, because once again, gaming journalists and certain types of people out there would have you believe certain things about this situation that are just overtly not true. Anyways, outlet 80.lv would talk about this disingenuous behavior from various gaming journalists in their coverage, where they say,
Yeah, look, it says NetEase. Like this isn't even Marvel Rivals. This is NetEase. Like NetEase is the publisher. Like bro, people don't understand how companies work, bro. NetEase has like a million things they own, bro. Like it's not just Marvel Rivals. This could probably have nothing to do with it.
update. NetEase has responded to 80
Yeah, look, seeing with some details regarding Rivals' main leadership positions not being affected, which for some reason were displayed by PC Gamer.
levels inquiry about the
whatever.
layoffs. But unfortunately,
Or
the
omitted.
reply from the spokesman was the very same write-up they sent to PC Gamer. Below is the full email the NetEase representative sent us with some details regarding Rivals' main leadership positions not being affected,
Yep.
which for some reason were omitted by PC Gamer. So we have the
Like,
full
what dumb
message here
idiot
from
at
NetEase,
PC
which
Gamer,
reads,
bro, did that
"We
shit.
recently made the difficult decision to adjust Marvel Rivals' development team structure for organizational reasons and to optimize development efficiency for the game. This resulted in a reduction of a design team based in Seattle that is part of a larger global design function in support of Marvel Rivals. We appreciate the hard work and dedication of those affected and will be treating them confidentially and respectfully with recognition for their individual contributions. We want to reassure our fan
Bro,
base that
they
the
really said, thanks for your support. Bye, bro. Like, that's like one of those jobs you get hired and they're just like, So you finished the job, now you're fired. Good day. Have a good day, sir. Like, damn, bro. Like, I don't know why people act like this is just dev jobs, bro. This happens in any line of work, bro.
Core development team for Marvel Rivals, which continues to be led by lead producer Wei-Hong Wu and game creative director Guangyan Chen in Guangzhou, China, remains fully committed to delivering an exceptional experience. We are investing more, not less, into the evolution and growth of this game. We're excited to deliver new superhero characters,
Yeah, they got
maps,
that Disney
and
money
content to ensure an engaging live service experience for our worldwide player base. And hopping over to PC Gamer, it is very interesting. Just like 80 Levels said, they seem to have omitted certain things.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna be honest. I've never read a PC Gamer article. Why is it so bland? Like, why is this just gray with some like beige white like text, bro? What the
Their
heck?
coverage. We can see in their part of the coverage where they talk about that
Like, it's, like, so
statement.
boring
They
to
don't
look
just
at.
repost the full statement like we saw 80 Level do. Instead, specifically in the second paragraph, they cut out the part about Marvel Rivals still being led by lead producer Wei-Hong Wu and game creative director Guangyan Chen. There was also misinformation about the situation being spread over on Reddit, for example. Yeah, surprising no one, of course. Such as this post that says apparently the Marvel Rivals team was just laid off, including the director. Yeah, nah, that's not what happened. Eventually, that post was removed by mods for the misleading title. But that's not the only example. We've also got this post with over 4,200 upvotes from R Games titled Thaddeus Sasser, Marvel Rivals director. Quote, my stellar, talented team just helped deliver an incredibly successful new franchise in Marvel Rivals for NetEase Games, and were just laid off. This can also be seen as misleading because while Sasser did have some level of a director title, he's not the official director for Marvel Rivals. The closest person to hold that title would be Guangyan, the creative director who's been seen in various promotional materials for Rivals. And even he doesn't have a title that's just like Marvel Rivals director. Presumably there are various types of directors, not just like as the Reddit post.
Bro, there's a director for the toilet seat, bro. He closes it and opens it. He directs its attention, bro. It's that easy.
Suggest one director.
That was his
all.
job.
And certainly not Thaddeus, the one from Seattle who just got laid off. Although a minority, there were still fortunate.
No, but like seriously, like there's like a million directors for a million different things, like including obviously like in a movie or a show, there's usually only like one or two, maybe three directors, but like in dev teams, bro, dude, you got like 20 of those, dude.
And at least some people in that thread pointing out the misinformation. For example, this response saying,
basically just
not
a
the creative
supervisor
director
at this point.
Guangyan. This seems like it was some sort of R&D studio based in Seattle rather than the main dev team in China. According to Sasser's page, they've been working at NetEase Games on Rivals since January 2023.
China.
On the post about the layoffs, he describes a lot of his and another coworker's time as a sort of R&D branch, coming up with new level design mechanics, gameplay mechanics, and so on. Maybe the team didn't work as they'd like, or maybe pure greed of laying them off now, thinking they don't need them despite the success.
Hey man, they need that money,
getting a
bro.
few edits as
How
the
do you think
articles
those
eventually
characters are all
updated their
free?
information. They got a response that reads, the title is incredibly misleading and this post should be at the top. Anyone who doesn't engage with developer-related side of the game would read Marvel Rivals director, quote-unquote, and assume him to be the director, the main guy in charge of the creative vision for a very successful game, not the head of a tiny NA support studio doing R&D for the actual Chinese developers, and stellar
Bro, you
talented
don't
team,
gotta belittle his
quote-unquote,
job
would
like
make you think
that.
about hundreds of people,
gotta do him dirty
not
like that.
literally 6. One of the responses they got would quote the title is incredibly misleading part, saying, guessing that was on purpose. So let's check out this comment
Probably.
because there's also
For
quite a
sympathy,
callback here,
virtue
saying 6
signaling,
people
all that
only.
stuff.
This is blown out of proportion, and this user then saying, that's an understatement. This is a Bayonetta 3 VA situation again for the subreddit. And yeah, I covered that situation on the channel a few years ago, so you might recall that here if you watch those videos too.
Yeah, I don't really know the situation. I have like secondhand information from my sister. She talked to me about it. I just haven't played the Bayonetta games yet. I do want to though.
That situation was freaking crazy. The voice actress attempting to essentially throw a sympathy party for herself while pretty much lying about everything, ultimately becoming yet another reason on the giant list of reasons for why people don't like English voice actors. Essentially, the voice actress was lying about how much she was paid and trying to manipulate the internet into becoming her personal army, trying to get people to even like boycott Bayonetta and to go after the series creator Hideki Kamiya.
To be fair, I don't blame her for wanting more money, but lying to like the fan base and trying to manipulate the fan base against your company isn't the way about doing it. Like if she had just said, hey guys, I'm getting paid this much and I think I deserve this much because I've been with the company for this many years, I'd understand. But you can't just be like, oh, well, they're only giving me $20 an hour when they're actually giving you like 20 million. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, not that that's the right amounts. I'm just like, you know, it's exaggeration.
Which eventually Hideki and Platinum Games responded to her, and her lies ultimately getting exposed. But now circling all that back over to Reddit, as they mentioned that was apparently an insufferable time over on Reddit, And that's because so
Bro, every second on Reddit that isn't a fat titty picture, bro, is insufferable.
many people were instantly siding with the VA. By the way, this was also happening on Twitter. A lot of people were just siding with the VA because, oh, we need to always support English voice actors no matter what. You know those sort of people. Hint, it tends to be the modern audience types. And so these fools were getting played by this voice actress and trying to act like they were holier than thou and morally better than anyone who was actually looking at the situation and criticizing what was occurring. And then, as mentioned, eventually she got exposed anyways for her lies, and all those people who were blindly siding with her ended up looking really foolish. And of course, that's putting it nicely. Now back to Rivals, it seems like a similar thing has been occurring over on Reddit with people believing the various misinformation that's been propagated and standing on a soapbox, throwing a pity party for these devs while blowing their roles out of proportion. And as we discussed way earlier, trying to use the situation as some kind of evidence for why gamers need to support all devs, even including those who make modern audiences
for this team.
Basically like, see, if it can happen to these high-ranking Marvel Rivals devs, it can happen to any devs. The industry is such a mess, we need to support them all. Of course, reasonable people and gamers in the loop with this sort of gaslighting are going to deny that and are going to look at the surrounding context. In closing, something else I said earlier is that you're welcome to feel any sort of way you want about the Seattle team. I'm not telling you how to feel about this situation. I'm simply giving you some of the context and facts about what's occurred. And
you can't, dude, if someone's gonna try to make me feel bad for them losing their job, like, that automatically makes me not feel bad, bro. Like, you're lying about this. What else did you lie? Is that why you got fired? You lied about results. You lied about your job. Your job wasn't actually useful, so you lied to your superior to make yourself look more useful than you actually are. Like, I don't know, man. That's like stupid.
Going to leave it there. So let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments. As always, thank you for tuning in. If you
guys, remember to check out Hero, bro. Like Hero Hey, bro. I love that he's got the darker than black icon. That's well, this guy is Hey, but that's why his name's Hero Hey. Yeah. Anyways, but no, dude, this guy's always so good. I think sometimes he gets a little like, dude, I can tell this guy like has a bias that he hates companies and corporate. Like, dude, he's like the John Wick of destroying corporations, bro. I don't know what corporation did him wrong. Maybe it was all of them. Maybe he's like, you know, he's an old head gamer, bro. He's been salty about it for years. I don't know, man. But his videos are still good. It's sometimes crazy. You can like hear like he's like vengeance, bro. He's like, I hate them. They took everything from me. Like, it's a whole ass like anime freaking like past, you know what I mean? Or like a freaking superhero past, you know what I mean? Or villain, I guess. Technically that too. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Remember to subscribe and like to his video. It'll be in the link below as usual. Like and subscribe to your boy. And yeah, tell me what you guys thought about in the comments, what you guys think about this situation. Do you feel bad for the devs? Do you think that they should go suck a fat, juicy cock? Like, what do we think, boys? Anyways, see you guys next one. Peace.